Happy morning once again. It's a great afternoon and wonderful evening. When we are dealing with, Patriji just talked about a dialect method to grow ourselves, always having a question, not always wanting to talk, question to learn, and then everybody learns in the process. There are four types of, we can broadly categorize everybody into these four. And then as we are transforming more and more, we could look at how we could spend our time in the presence of them. Some may be spiritually rich, some are spiritually poor. Some are materially rich, some are materially poor. Of course, there is a combination of this is always possible. So, materially poor person, whatever help we can do, we give. Whatever we can do within our capability, whatever material help that we can do, we must do to them when they ask for help. Materially rich, when we encounter, we make friendships with them. We make friendships with those who are materially rich. They're not bad. Rich people are not bad, or people with power are not bad. We have this notion. There is a lot of times we have this based on what we read here and there. We just come to the generalization because the falling into the generalization trap is something that every meditator will avoid as we go forward. We have to go away from this generalization trap. What is read in news, the news may be only pointing to one small thing, but then we get generalized. We refuse to conclude based on what we see or what we read in the papers or see in a maybe one particular event, incident. So we make friendships with materially rich people. Spiritually poor, when we recognize that somebody does not know anapanasati, when you recognize that somebody's only thing they're doing is complaining, judging, within your assessment, recognizing, then, or if somebody is coming to us, spiritually poor, they're coming to us, they're constantly asking for help, and spiritually poor, then we give them everything that we know. We don't try to give them money there. We don't try to give physical things. Instead, we give everything that we know about this liberating knowledge, meditation, and then the knowledge, so that they get liberated. They get free of it. Otherwise, they keep coming back to us. So, spiritually poor, the first thing we do the moment we know that we know something more, we must give away that knowledge that we have. All of that. Selflessly, give as much. And spiritually rich, when we find somebody's got more, then we become instant students to learn. We keep quiet and then see, ask the questions. That is a way. Ask the questions, keep quiet is a way to learn more from them because they have so much knowledge. They're rich. If you understand, then we give the time. We have 3 minutes of time with them because oftentimes we go to a conference. At the end of the conference, we get to meet an author, for example. I'm talking about even any knowledge. You get to meet an author, or you get to meet a musician. The only thing we do is just open and talk and talk and talk what we know rather than trying to take from them. How did you become such a great musician? Can you tell us what kind of practice you do? If you want to learn from them, then listen to their experience before we feel and just talk about what I know. Fine, acknowledge and say, hey, you've been great, fantastic music you produce. I love it. My family loves it. It's fine. That much is fine. Thanking them. But then afterwards, we have to completely open our ears and then listen to them, asking questions. If not ask questions, at least keep quiet so that then they have something to say. Karthikeyan's life history is full of stories of so much of wisdom. If we spend time, if we get an opportunity to have Sir, and then if we just wanted to talk about what I know about this politics or that thing, because Sir is also giving opinions on the government, if the only thing we do is to just keep on opening and then what we talk about an issue, then he will just quietly listen in. 3, 4 minutes later, he will say, thank you. He'll move on. What can we do? In the world, it's reversed. People who are knowledgeable are spiritual rich, what's material rich, we surrender, we just completely listening to whatever that is. To material rich. And spiritual rich, no, material rich, if they say something, we do it. When you surrender to a teacher or the master who is basically what? Somebody has more knowledge, that's all. Nothing more. Surrender is not to the physicality, surrender to the knowledge. Then we can at least get as good as them. By following what they've done, we can get at least as good as them. If we go and then tell a teacher that while they are telling us some way to learn, and we tell them in return that this is what I think we should do, great. Then you can as well be your own guru independently. But if you've gone to a teacher, then we are completely, if you've gone to a master, we completely are surrounded to the process and then listening and then learn as much. The idea is that we get as good as we can get as become as good as them. If we go to Sachin Tendulkar is running an academy, then we listen to Tendulkar. We might have something, we may feel that I've got something better, but we listen to this master and then practice cricket the way that he's telling so that we can get as good as him. And then better is always there, but at least we get as good as him. A lot of times we have these opinions. Then in the process, I miss out. When you go to people, if you're going there and then listening in, listen as good as, then at least get as good. And then, of course, things that you don't like, you can take them off because in spirituality, there is nothing called fixed path. Everybody has their own path. So the lending, we got to lend our ear completely, listening ear. We have to become zero of what we already know and then surrender to this spiritual rich so that we can get as much. It's like that honeybee going and then taking. And we have to learn from everybody that is there. There's no fixed one master. A teacher can have any number of students, and a student can have any number of teachers. Now, teacher student is only for learning, it's not for physically surrendering and then we have to treat like God. All that is not there. Everybody at the end of the day is co travelers. One knows more, one knows less. That's all. So, spiritually rich, surrender to the process of knowledge. Take as much, as much, as much. Ask as many questions so that we can get it. The dialect method. Ask as many questions so we can take it all. Material rich, make friendships. They're good. You make friendships. Friendship is about understanding them no matter what they are, then giving that, accept them as it is where they are, and then make friendships. Who knows? In the law of manifestation, everything comes in, everything comes. So they might bring an opportunity for us. We don't have to shun away just because I'm not that, then we oftentimes, okay, let's stay away from them because they'll exploit or they do this, or it's not for me. No, when you are making friendships, you are in the company of them, then obviously we learn something. But you don't make, just because somebody is material rich doesn't mean that the life knowledge is known to them. That is spiritual rich, meditation rich. We have already understood the holistic. If material rich, somebody is already, of course, they are very spiritual, no doubt, great. Then that's the first principle apply there. Spiritually poor is our responsibility to give it all. It's a responsibility to give. The moment we identify somebody is poor, spiritually don't have much, it's a responsibility to give it all. If they come home, give them a good meal is required, and then talk about that. Not talk about anything else because then we know about it, then talk about that. Not about property, not about traffics or politics. Once we know about this, once we recognize that we have this higher knowledge, we completely move it because that's our responsibility. Of course, meditation is constantly helping us to be aware when you are in the company of people, in recognizing and then fulfilling our dharma appropriately. So we're all learning. I mean, this simple technique of observing the breath is not known to many, many people. And without even knowing about any other topic, just telling somebody that you just sit down, observe the breath, and it's going to do wonders. Because we heard so many experiences now by now. So we shouldn't be having any doubt about how this meditation helps. We may not have experienced fully yet, but how meditation helps. So that becomes our responsibility when we are interacting, or the way of living, when we interact with people who we feel are spiritually poor. And then we give it all away. So let's go back into this meditation once again, which is making us aware, constantly reminding us of our dharma responsibilities. It is so important when we are meeting, for example, a grandmaster like Patriji, or any grandmaster that we come across. We have to keep our mind empty, and there is limited time. So we ask a question, or we stay quiet so that then they can initiate. They may not cut you. If you are talking about something, they'll just quietly listen in as a mute spectator. So it is so important. And it is not necessary a lot of times because we meet somebody. we feel like we have to talk. No, it's not necessary at all, especially if I'm in front of a quantum physicist. I don't need to show what I know about quantum physics because they know it. I don't need to talk about how much I know. Why do we need to impress somebody? We don't need to impress. We're constantly trying to impress somebody else and start talking what I know. It is not necessary. Just by keeping quiet, we don't become any lower. That's because that's lower or higher is only in our mind. Instead, if we have a question, we ask, otherwise we stay quiet. We staying quiet doesn't mean that the other person is assessing, judging. If somebody is judging, there's not even a spiritual teacher. Forget it. So we stay quiet rather than just try to impress or trying to just add value, just say something. And a lot of times, when you're with a spiritually rich, anyone, the knowledge rich, recognize knowledge rich, then we stay quiet until the time they ask us to say something. We don't have to add a point just like they're coming in between just because we know it. We only add when there is a value extra. We don't repeat what they've said. It's not necessary. And then when we are in the company of masters, then we wait. It's not that they don't know. When they're talking about a point, they have to add, they'll ask you to add a point and then they'll add it. Always opportunity will come. That's the way we maximize. The reason I'm saying is maximize the knowledge we receive from these masters, dear friends. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. Let's go into a meditation once again. That's great. As we transcend time and space in meditation, time is our past predominantly. If 80% of our past, we're transcending that. And space is our environment and ourselves. We're transcending that. So we have to slow down because there's nothing to relate to. We have to slow down in that space where there's no time and space. It's always great to meditate together, dear friends. So as we're relaxing in, we learn from, of course, the meditation, all that, what I may be teaching, but I think we learn from all the several senior people who learned it all, from the leaders and whoever they were listening in. That's wonderful. I'm so glad that meditation is helping in many ways. It's 100%, we have to get better. And with more meditation, we'll get better 100%. Thank you so much. Veena,
Yes, sir.
actually, can I invite Rangaswamiji? What's Sar said, right? Rangaswamy, sir?
Mr. Thangam Rangasamy from Pollachi.
Is he there? I don't see him, sir.
He said tomorrow he will join.
I see, no problem. Okay. Can you invite Lakshmi Rakhade, please?
Dr. Lakshmi Lakade, homemaker, mother, and pedodontist, faculty in dental college with 11 years of teaching experience. Born and brought up in Karnataka and married to a Maharashtrian, Lakshmi has interest in traveling, sketching, doing crochet, reading, knowing and learning new things. I welcome you, Lakshmi Lakade, madam.
I've been a second session. I've been in a second session, and I realize I have reaped a lot out of it, though I'm a baby in this area. I want to just tell why I was here and how did I enter here. Basically, that should be the first thing I want to really share. My child, okay. For every working mother, I think so this getting a right balance of, work and your child and your home is always a, juggling of things. Yeah. And I realized my daughter started behaving in a way like she would be very angry all the time, which, like it started, questioning myself, why did this happen? Then I realized it is something which she was imitating me. So I realized I need to fix my anger first to get her there. So this is how, some of my colleagues said that maybe a parenting can help you, parenting classes can help you. So I just been there as to know what is the parenting class. Yeah, it was something very new to me. In due course of my class, I realized I need not have to change my parenting style because I'm a pedodontist. I know very well to handle the child. What I really wanted to know is that the self-reflection, which I lacked probably in that moment. And this is something which happened that I was reading since 2 or 3 years these very good books like Engineering, Ikaiga, a lot of books by Sudhamurthy, and great social work by her. So I had, I come from a very humble family, where you have a bunch of doctors, bunch of engineers, and who work for needy. Yeah. So, however, my hunt for this balance between work, kid, and like inner calmness and happiness still went on. I don't know what was that missing thing. I really don't know. So one day I realized maybe a service could help me, and a lot of satisfaction would come. And this something happened, like COVID situation did arise. And then I said, being a dentist, I don't know what I'll do, but I will do some service. I don't know what kind of service would be. And with a lot of limitations at home front because of my own family members being all doctors, I said, how will I do? But you'll not believe, my child said, that, oh, you're a great mother, you're a great doctor, you can do it. And I had this lot of night duties and your evening duties, and my child very well managed it. I wonder with that. Yeah. So in due course, I was introduced by this Buddha CEO through my sister. I just said I will just sit here, do nothing, because I'm a very great analytical mind holder. So I was like, what will I do here? But I'll just listen to it. I kept on listening, and this is what it happened. Once Buddha was asked, what you learned from meditation? He said nothing. What he lost was anger and anxiety. So such is what happened to me. First thing is my health got better. I lost my migraine, and my seasonal bronchitis was cured more than 90%. And I could identify my limiting thoughts. I could empower myself, reprogram myself. I had my tailored affirmations. I could write my goals, alter my belief system, manifest feelings. In my first session, I work for this visually challenged children, and those workshops were withheld because of certain problems, but they went through, and next week we are having those workshops. This journey of knowing myself is being just began. I feel it is a great way, long way to go. But I just want to say you that what this Buddha CEO and their masters and book clubs did to me, that it was something like this I could put as a feelings rather than anything more. My heart is like a deep well. Anyone wished anything, I just gave away without thinking. Felt giving heart is better than as receiving one. But I just started giving without thinking. I felt people started becoming demanding. Such a later, I realized that it took toll on my health and my inner peace. So I realized we should be a mindful givers, or at least have a mindful heart to give. So I just say to you all, let your pain be out, let it be heard, let it be poured, let it ooze out. I'm sure this universe will hear you, and people crossing your way will heal you. Just believe you can heal. This is what I drew from You Can Heal book. Let your wound be healed, and let your scar be viewed by other people, so it might inspire other many more to heal. If not, at least instill a belief in yourself that you can heal, and make yourself so stronger to receive a new wound, because life is not always fair to you. Now, these masters of Buddha and CEO and book clubs have let my mind and heart churn like a buttermilk, which I'm sure will yield in butter and ghee, which will be available for all the people to relish it. So join Buddha CEO to churn your mind and heart, and meditation is a tool to know inner self and allow your soul journey peacefully. Buddha CEO is bridging this gap between science and spirituality, bridging the gap between many souls, and changing one heart at a time. So here it's I found to look within myself. It's here where I'm answering my questions by digging my childhood, blooming my youth, and revealing my future. I thank Chandra sir, Vani ma'am, and the entire team, and my sister Naina, who introduced me here. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful, madam. So nice to hear. I think we have another intro about Buddha CEO Foundation. That's great. Very touching intro. I think it's so nice to hear that it is helping you transform. And nothing like, having that great relationship with the children. Nothing like it. It's really, really wonderful to hear you, Lakshmi ji, and more, definitely will associate and do more work, and then hope whatever that you're doing with, you said blind children,
Yeah.
who are you doing with, hope you it's going to become a lot more fulfilling for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Veena, can you invite Divyaji? Dear friends, I think we're running about 8 minutes late. So please stay on to listening to Divya, this great master, doing a lot of things in United States. Invite her.
Divya Nadimpalli is a licensed physical therapist in the state of Texas. She has associate degrees in yoga, naturopathy, and acupuncture, and also pursued MBA in healthcare management. Divya was introduced to meditation when she was 16 years old. She lives in Irving and is a mom for two young boys. Despite her busy schedule, she finds time for herself to meditate every day and also finds time to teach meditation to people around her to lead a joyful and blissful life. Divya loves to hike. She has done one of the world's toughest treks to Mount Everest Base Camp in Nepal in 2018. She, along with her friends, started a mindfulness themed new Toastmasters club, Mindful Masters. In order to help spiritual aspirants across the world, she has recently started a new YouTube channel titled Meditation Magic, which is a new age scientific spiritual channel dedicated to share scientific spiritual experiences and spiritual wisdom from masters across the globe. I welcome you, Divya.
Thank you, Veena. Hi, everyone. Hello, Chandra sir. It's wonderful to be here today. And my name is Divya. I'm joining you guys from Dallas today. And my spiritual journey started when I was 16 years old. And that was a time I moved away from my parents to get better education and joined a boarding school. But the atmosphere in the boarding school was way different than the atmosphere from my home. There was so much of expectation, so much long stress and longer study hours and very little break time. With all the expectations and the stress I had, the life felt very stressful on me, both physically and emotionally. I had difficulty sleeping at night, and slowly my confidence levels are depleting. And sometimes life felt like it doesn't make any more sense to me. And the same thoughts continued for a longer time. And within few weeks, I can say I was in deep depression. Friends, and that was a time my mom Padma introduced me to this pyramid meditation, and I thought, okay, let me give it a try. So I used to practice about 15-20 minutes every day in the morning before my study hours and just before my sleep. So, with regular parts of meditation, slowly my grades started improving. I regained my confidence levels. And I also used to have fear of examination. I used to have fear of facing the examinations. So, with meditation, I regained some strength and courage to face the examination. And by the end of the second year, there was a huge leap in my grades. So, my grades improved by 12%. And everybody was so surprised, including my teachers and as well as my parents. So that was my turning point in my life. Since then, life has become so meaningful and purposeful, and learning has become fun. There's no stress in learning at all from that day. So as I move on in my life, and I did more research on the spirituality and meditation concepts. So I used to study so many books, spiritual books. I attended so many events by PSSM, Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, and also got in touch with so many pyramid masters. I used to ask them so many questions. I got so many answers from them. I used to participate in the group discussions, book clubs, and all the Sadhana Sangatya experiences sharing. So I learned so many different things from the masters. And the next 3-4 years, I started implementing all the concepts I have learned. How can I apply this concept into my life? Is it concept helpful? Is it a really practical concept? So that led me to make my own way of dealing things in my life. After a few years, I got married. It was a typically arranged wedding, and being a new relationship took a toll on me again, both physically and mentally. And we used to have fights every day, like arguments, fights. We never, we are like a North Pole and South Pole. We can't agree to one single point. And at one point of time, I thought, oh, this won't work anymore. I have to quit. Then I thought, okay, let me give few more months to this. And again, I got in touch with senior masters. I explained them all what's going on with my life. And that said, they introduced me a concept called soul science. So the soul science says that we as a soul um, choose all the relationships in our life, like our partners, parents, our kids, our friends, whoever we have in our life. This all pre-chosen from by us, our own self, as at a soul level. So I thought, yeah, if that is true, if I have myself have chosen this person as my partner, so I have to be with him. I have to accept him as he is. So I started working more and more on myself. I have did more and more meditation, and the more I evolved myself, and I saw many positive changes in my husband as well. So every night before I sleep, I used to check myself. How can I be better tomorrow? What have went wrong today? And what should I learn from the situation today? So I used to get answers in my meditation, and immediately I used to apply that the following day. So with this practice of every day, within few months, we became very good friends. We started sharing each other, and now we are proud parents of two young boys, 6 months old son Rishi and 1 year old son Agastya. So since then, we've been reciprocating each other, helping each other in every walk of the life. So I have got better the relationships. The next challenge I have was getting into my career in USA. So I'm a physical therapist. In order to in order to work here as a physical therapist, I need to give an exam called National Physical Therapy Examination, which is one of the toughest exam. And so many people have said, "Oh, Divya, Indian origin students can't uh, clear this exam the first attempt. They have so much of negative things around this exam." And I thought, okay, it may be true for you. Maybe I want to go one step beyond this. I want to uh, clear it on the first attempt. So this was my thought process. And for this examination, I have used a concepts of thought power, intention settings, and pyramid power to help this. So miraculously, friends, believe me, I cleared the exam in the first attempt. So later on in my life, the next challenge I came across was finding my dream job. So I had all the qualifications and all the work visa, but I couldn't get into a job. Then I was thinking what was lacking. The concept that came to me was law of giving. One day I set my intention: if I find a job, I will be donating 10% of my salary to the spiritual service. Within a week, I got into the job. So that was the power of the law of giving, my dear friends. So my life moved on so smoothly next few years. And the next challenge that I have to overcome is to becoming a mom and being parents. Like all the women in the world, I had the same feelings of fear and anxiety of being about pregnancy and childbirth. Despite of all these, in meditation, I invited a soul to be my child for this life. Within few months, I came to know I'm going to be a mom soon. From the initial days of pregnancy, I used to wake up early in the morning, did meditation and yoga, and also communicate with the child every day. Whatever I'm doing, I used to communicate with the unborn child. And one experience I had in pregnancy was the last month of pregnancy, we were discussing up the potential baby names, myself, my mother, and my husband. And I was relaxing the sofa, and I put my finger on my tummy and asked, "Oh, Rishi, I think this is your name. Is it your name?" And I had a huge moment in my belly confirming it. Yes, that is my name. So I went into labor after a few weeks, and everything went so well. And I was in a no mind state when I was giving birth to the baby. And all the doctors and the nurses felt like they were angels welcoming my little boy into the world. So I was able to communicate all my feelings and all the good concepts to my baby when he was in the womb. That was one of the greatest experience I have. And excluding all these, I also had many health benefits in meditation. I used to have migraine headaches and so much of anxiety and depression. So meditation, I don't know when it was when I have overcome all these. They just vanished from my life within few years. And like Veena said, I have been to Everest Base Camp Trek in 2018. And this trek is one of the toughest trek in the world. And Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. And there are so many misconceptions about this trek that people said, "Oh, Divya, this is impossible. You can't do it." Some of people who went there didn't make it back home. They died on the way back. So there were so many misconceptions. So the concept I applied during this trek is called 4 agreements. The agreements are being impeccable with your speech. Don't assume anything. Don't take anything personally. And the fourth thing is always give your best. For example, and the first day of the trek, I met with other trekkers from around the world, and many of them are marathon runners. Immediately, my mind started judging myself. Oh, Divya, you are not fit like other people. What is your fitness level, and what is their fitness level? See your build and see their build, see their muscles, see their endurance. You can't do this. I think it's better to quit on the day one. Go back home. Uh, as I observed the breath for the next few minutes, I came to awareness that I got the concept: don't be impeccable with your speech, not only to others but to your own self. So as I applied that, I felt, okay, let me give it a try. I'm not going back. I'm going to give my best. I'm not taking anything personally. Let them judge. Let me judge myself, but still, I'm not taking my own words personally either. So in this way, my life has transformed so much with the spiritual complex, with the spiritual concepts. Every time if I struggle, I get a concept shared by my friend, or it's just like a random WhatsApp message, or it can just be a sign in the, like a stop sign on the road, or it says slow and go, stop and go. It can be anything. Every small thing has been inspiration for me. And since I have rendered so much from the meditation, I thought I have to give this as a gift to all the people around me. So with that motto, I started a new center called Mindful Eye Meditation Center at my own home. From this center, I have been teaching meditation every day. We have a group of 200 to 300 people in Dallas who are meditating regularly. And I also started a new YouTube channel named Meditation Magic. Through this channel, I have been making videos, mostly in English and also into other Chinese languages like Chinese, Spanish, German, French, etc. So I want to take the message of spirituality and meditation to people all across the world, people who needs it the most. So and also recently we have started a new Toastmasters club called Mindful Masters. Toastmasters is a public speaking program. We have combined public speaking program with mindfulness. So together we think that it will best serve the community. These are my experiences in a nutshell. I have so many more experiences in my life. I can go in detail, but as a time limit, I would like to stop here. And thank you so much for having me here today.
Wonderful, Divya.
Thank
What
you.
more? What more an all-round life experience one can have after listening to you?
Thank you, sir. Thank
Right.
you.
At that age, with 2 children, after going through working full time, you still found time to go to Everest Base Camp and whatnot, everything. And then now, more importantly, how many initiates you're starting? A Toastmaster club, you run a meditation center, you run a meditation magic YouTube channel. Such a beautiful thing that you've done. So many experiences are there. I myself have seen it. And a video, to make a video and put it out there takes time. And you have done so many videos. Of course, you got some volunteers helping. But dear friends, the reason we have Divya with us is that a working mom, our relationship where it was sore and tough, we can come out of everything and then still find time to do what we love to do. Our potential is unlimited, and then Divya is an example. A lot of people say in the United States, people, nobody listens to me. Here, everybody is very busy in their own life. It's tough to tell. Take an example from Divya. It doesn't matter how many people. Yeah, there are hundreds of people already meditating. Persuasion is important, perseverance is important, and that's what he's doing. Because we don't care about the numbers, but even if we are able to touch one person, it's great. So thank you, Divya, for joining. And then it's always wonderful to listen and take inspiration from you. I know you're all super moms. and a superwoman, from mom and superwoman, right? Now doing many things, many things.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me. It's a pleasure to share my experience. I wish it will at least inspire one person in this group. That makes my day.
Yes. Let's take concluding messages from, I just ask Balasundramji, and then we'll listen to take messages from Karthikeyan sir. Like to share.
Good morning, everybody. I think Divya's message is not inspiring. One is everybody. I think everybody get inspiration from you. It's a wonderful message, wonderful message. I have listened last time also, and it is. I think many people by mind, especially women, would think that they are not capable of doing many things, and you have achieved a greater heights. So much inspired to me. I'm grateful to join this sessions every day and listening to every sharing. Thank you for today. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Karthikeyan sir?
Amazing story. Really, role model in every way. And it's the first time I've heard a mom taking the consent of the child and giving the name Rishi. Rishi. And the child gave the permission to the mother, yes, you can call me Rishi. And everywhere, in every walk of life, she has done so beautifully. Amazing. You can see so much of enthusiasm and the joy with which this lady, Divya, spoke. Amazing. Yes, you must make a video of the whole story and then let people know really what this meditation is miraculous, is an example to prove the theory. Meditation is miraculous. Great. Thank you.
And Shreshti sir and the Lakshmi madam so beautifully shared.
Yes, earlier, of course. You put two great sharing, then it's difficult to do justice.
That's true, sir.
That's also amazing. There's a thing, but this Divya from at every level she has got over it. Whatever challenges she had faced, and she is full of joy. The relationship with the husband, amazing, isn't it? Amazing. These all people won't believe these things, If you tell as a story, nobody will believe because you hear from her, you have to believe her. Believe her. It's beautiful. God bless her. Good
Yes,
to you.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
How old are you, lady?
I'm 34 now.
34. So you are with meditation last 20 years almost.
Kind of, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful. You are a role model, really.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you.
You are teaching so many people from various countries also. Great. That is the purpose of life is you be joyful and spread it to as many as possible. You have a very fulfilling life. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, friends. Yeah, meditation can help you in any walk of life. You name it, it can help you. You just have to be ready to apply it. Yeah.
That's great.
So meditation is miraculous. I may send you my newsletter. Just now I have written a letter. Meditation is miraculous. And you have proved it by your own life.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Karthikeyan sir written a 20-page beautiful newsletter meditation, Divya. So we'll forward to you.
Sure, sir.
You can also write to Karthikeyan sir to be in his mailing list, so you get a regularly enriching newsletter.
Definitely.
If you write to me on this email, I'll send it to you immediately.
Yes, sir, definitely.
at gmail.com.
Arvind, type, put the email ID.
ARTHIKEOAN at gmail.com. Because, you have proved this possibility. It is nothing less than miraculous what you have gone through. No amount of treatment, no amount of coaching, counseling can produce what you have achieved. Chandra, very wise of you to have put up such a person to share their experience.
Thank you, sir. All credit goes to Vani madam and Veena. They are filtering, they are looking at it always constantly, and our facilitators. Yes,
it's a wonderful team.
Yes.
Wonderful team. Wonderful team. I hope many of them were there. I don't know how many people, participants, 200 people have been there, yes.
Yes, sir.
You know, what I conveyed also yesterday about everyone trying to make a contribution. I feel that time also only 200 were there. Most of them had left.
Yes, sir. Vani madam, your association with Divya.
So,
Yes. Divya, first time I met in for the vegetarian conference in New York. And that time she's, I think, one child she's having. And she's so active and she's so energetic. She's a leader, actually, born leader. And she's bringing all together and she collected donation and so much work. It's like a New York downtown. We all went in a remote place. It's like some conference hall, but somehow she arranged everything with Shrikant and Sheetal and everything. But Divya done really great job that time. I really connected so well with her. Somehow the ways, the commitment and self-drive and doing work, it's like voluntary work that is. She came in Dallas and we all came from India and so other places. But even though independently, without expecting anybody's help, she done her work and she done so much great work and communicating with the people and all those things. I admired her that time. And after that, my journey with her and amazing. And I always like her so much. Thank you, Divya. Even I have to learn so many things from you.
Wonderful.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. All the masters are inspiring to me, madam. All the senior masters, they inspire for all the things they do, madam.
Yes. Thank you, dear friend. Yes, sir.
great partnership.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
One,
Sir.
one influencing the other, one inspiring the other.
Yes, sir.
Great. That's how you are making a huge contribution, Amma, transforming
Yes.
the world.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you all.
Need for
Great.
more
Yes.
such inspiring leaders.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chandra.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you all, dear friends. We'll meet back again tomorrow. Divya will be available for some more time for any questions. Take a 2-minute break. And those of you who want to join back, so please do join back at 6 a.m. again. And as always, we'll have some more interaction till 8 o'clock. Thank you. Veena?
Yes, sir. We have one person, M minus.
M minus by now we know it's Mridula. You refused to call Mridula until she changed her name to Mridula.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I also should do that.
But Chandra, you already know. Everybody knows already. So I wanted to talk about Divya though, not about Mridula. So I moved to Dallas a year and a half ago. And when I moved to Dallas, the first phone call went to Divya. And you can ask Divya, I asked Divya where I want to move near you because I want to join the meditation team. So Divya is a visionary. And as Vani Madam said, she's a leader, very enthusiastic. She brings people together. She sets things in motion. Just hearing her story, you just feel the inspiration as everyone did today. So I just wanted to say she's my neighbor. So it's very good to have her as a neighbor. Divya, is she still there?
Yeah, she's there.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, Mridula. Nice to hear from you.
You are there only. So both of you are there. So you have to partner and then multiply whatever that is being done, Mridulaji. You have to speak on this.
Yeah, we have been working together, sir. Yes, we have been working for past 2
together.
years. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are. we you know.
Where is the
we have
pyramid now?
partners.
We have to build a pyramid with you and she together. We can build a pyramid there now.
Already she is on the way, Divya.
I'm asking
Spoke
Mridula
with
to
one
partner.
friend
And
yesterday,
then
sir,
make it
about the
happen.
pyramid. So I was about to talk to you after this session about the pyramid as well.
Yeah, we shared our visions, Divya and myself. We shared a vision we had together. So the vision will have to come into fruition soon, shortly.
So we want to build a mini version of Pyramid Valley, sir, in Dallas.
Okay.
Maybe not a
Great.
mini version, maybe grander version, sir. Mini version will be limiting thought, maybe grander version of a Pyramid Valley.
Let's do it. That's the way. Yes. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you. That's great to know. So we would definitely would like to listen in what your thoughts are on this. Yes.
Definitely, sir. We'll get in touch.
Anybody else?
No,
Thank
sir.
you, Shrestiji and Lakshmi Madam. Wonderful sharings there from you both.
Sir, can you make me a co-host? Is it possible? I would like to share a document. I'm wondering how I can do it.
You are already a co-host.
Okay. Okay. I don't know then. Okay. That's okay, sir.
Vicky.
Hi, everyone. I would like to thank Divya Madam because she's very inspiring to me. And she didn't only inspire parents, I think she inspired me and maybe many kids like me who need some inspiration, especially in COVID time when we're stuck at home stuck at home. So I want thank you, Divya, for your inspiring words and for very motivational. Thank you.
Thank you
What did
so
you
much.
like most? What are the takeaways for you?
The takeaways is everything, just everything. It's impossible to name one. It's just everything.
Okay. All right. Meenaji?
Hi, this is Meena Joyeshwar from New Jersey. It was wonderful. It was wonderful listening to Sesti sir's experiences about his health, and Lakshmi, you were amazing. And Divya, oh my God! Like I saw you from the beginning, and I thought you are some just like 16-year-old girl attending today, and then when they started talking about, oh, you have an MBA and this, and I'm like, wait, how old are you? So you don't look a day over 18, and all these accomplishments, my God, and all this wisdom, and having this like such maturity at such a young age, it just gives me goosebumps. And my daughter lives close to you, so I'm definitely, next time I visit her, I'm visiting you. Would be wonderful to connect with you. It was amazing. Great session today.
Definitely, Meenaji. It'll be my pleasure to meet you as well. Please
Yes.
get in touch with me. We'll get in touch. We'll be in touch.
Sure.
Wonderful. Yes, this master has a lot more wisdom than what she shared. And anytime, always constantly teaching. I think it's great to partner and then multiply and amplify what we do. Yes. Thank you. Namitaji, as you've been teaching today's women power, Lakshmi Madam, Divya, and everybody, yes.
Sir, I'm speechless, really. What else one can expect through meditation, Shrishti sir's experience, Dr. Lakshmi's experience, and then Divya, Meena ma'am rightly said. I have heard Divya before. That's I know, but really she doesn't look like more than 18. Cosmetic industry is going to eliminate through meditation. And I think today's sharings, all the three sharings have said it all regarding meditation. Nothing is impossible. I can quote Karthikeyan sir's famous line, nothing is impossible. One can go through all these three testimonials, and whosoever is not believing, I'm going to show to my son, and I just wish and pray that he switches over to meditation.
Madam, nothing is impossible and meditation is miraculous.
Yes, sir. This is what I said.
You added extra.
Closing your eyes and observing your breath can do wonders, and we have seen it all along in through all these three sharings. And
Great.
the way
Really.
sharing is amazing. What not she has done. I'm really speechless. I don't have words to express.
Yes, miraculous, really.
Yes, sir.
Incredible.
Yeah, thank you, Namitaji. Thank you for the
Every day is a learning for me here.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you, friends. Yes, wait. So we'll give an exception to where did I see my friend Paddy, Dr. Paddy? Yes. And Dr. Paddy will speak. He's a master, a lot of feminine energy master. Really is.
Thank you, sir. It was really wonderful to listen to fellow periodontist, Dr. Lakshmi ji. I was actually surprised when I heard that there is another periodontist in the team here. Fantastic to listen to Lakshmi ji, especially the things that she told about self-reflection was really amazing. It was felt very good to listen to it. And again, kudos to Divya Madam too. Wow, what wonderful things she has accomplished at the age of 34. I mean, inspires everyone. Thank you, Chandra sir. Thanks for this wonderful session.
Wonderful. Dr. Paddy is young, but he's already on to promoting and creating awareness about meditation, doing Instagram stories on it. I think we all have our own way of promoting it. That's the way Basim has taken on this mega project of teaching to youth. I think there are many ways we can contribute, and it's wonderful to have all of us come together. Thank you all. Thank you all for your time and great sharings. I'm always learning. All of us are learning. So this is wonderful. So we see you back again tomorrow at 6 a.m. Thank you. Have a great day.